Welcome back. Let's talk about Renton, Washington, because there's 106,000 people that live there, and it could be important to them, and it could be important to you as well. So thank you for joining me, and let's just jump in. So if you're new to my channel, I like to cover the area outside of the Seattle city limits because I want to cover the areas that you might live and work in, and they're important to me and they're important to you. So this is the reason why I'm doing it. I have friends and family that live in Renton, and they ask for these. So, I just do them every single month. And Renton, Washington is located to the south side of Lake Washington. It's also in between I-405 and I-5, and it's right next to Tukwila, SeaTac, and just south of Bellevue. One of the main employers inside of Renton is the Boeing plant, as well as a lot of people in Renton. They actually go into Bellevue or Seattle where they work in the tech industry. Also, the VMAC is in here, and if you're a Seahawks fan, you'll know that that's where the Seahawks practice, and they need to spend more time there if you've been watching the last couple of games. Now, if you ask me, hey, what's going on in the Census Bureau for Renton, I use the Census Bureau's information because this is, just the best way of figuring it out. But the median income inside of this area is about $95,000. There's about 43,000 housing units inside of this zone. So it's a little more than 2 people in each house, just so you have a general clue. Also, the education level, there's at least 42% of the people have bachelor's degrees or above. Now, if you came to me and you say, hey, Victor, I want to buy a house today inside of Renton, Washington, I'd say, great. Right now, what's available on market is 133 homes. They're roughly costing, on average, $880,000. They've been on market for 69 days, 3.5 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, and about 2,200 square feet. Now, you might not know if that's a good deal or not, and I'm actually going to break down some of the numbers for you. Because in this area, I track the last 4 years of November sales data, so you have an idea of what's actually going on inside of this market. In November of 2022, if you were to buy the average house, let's just call it 1,922 square feet, 3.5 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, it would cost you on average $592,000. Again, this is the middle of COVID. I'm not going to get into that. But this is where we're starting to see a slight run up in the sales numbers at that time in November. Now, in November 2021, if you held on to that house only for 1 year, it would be worth approximately $130,000 more because prices increased 22%, and it would be worth $725,000. Now, if you turn around and you're thinking about selling it, because in 2022, in November, interest rates gone up to about 6.5%. What you would come out to on a value is about $708,000, and this is in November again of 2022. In November 2023, prices recovered just a little bit. They increased 5% from the year before, and on average, they're at $733,000. We're seeing a big run up in the prices that happened in November of 2020 to November of 2021. And this is what we're seeing all across the market. I'm doing all my videos, and I'm seeing between 18 and 30% run up in November 2020 to November 2021. Just so you have a general clue what's going on. Now, the sales data side, the sales volume, this is the thing that I really want to talk about. The sales volume in November of 2020, and again, this is the middle of COVID, there was 170 homes sold. So when I compare that, though, to November of 2021, it comes out to 193 homes sold. Now, interest rates changed in November 2022, and what they came out to on the sales data in November of 2022 was 106. So it went down about 45% because the interest rates literally doubled within 1 year. We go to this year, though, November 2023, what it comes out to, we had 69 homes sold. So we had a 33% decrease in sales volume. This is pretty important because I see this as, the general area is slowing down, but homes are still selling at this point in time. If this is a moderately priced home and it's at $382 a square foot on average, and this is what they're selling for, they're selling roughly in 35 days for $706,000. Now, what we saw earlier is if you overprice it, and that's what the homes are available on market are, they're slightly overpriced. They're overpriced by about 10%. They're staying on the market now for 69 days. So it's literally doubling the time on market just because they missed their sales window. This is really important as a buyer because you need to know what's available and where it is on the average. And on the seller side, you want to make sure that you know exactly how you're pricing this. Because if you're holding out for last year's prices, you're not going to be getting them. Or even 2021's prices, you're not going to be getting them. And your home is just going to stay on the market for a while. Now, let's get into the rent side of the thing. If you were to rent this house, it would be roughly $3,500 a month. If you turn around and you want to buy it instead, though, it's going to be $4,800 a month on average. And again, I'm not a mortgage guy, but I can introduce you to someone that can help you do some mortgage numbers. But this is just off of a mortgage calculator online. So $4,800 a month, and that's not including your taxes, your insurance, any kind of fees, HOAs, or special assessments. So it's actually going to be even more than that. So what it comes out to is it's at least 134% more to buy right now than it is to rent. So what I'm seeing in the market right now is the sellers that are overpricing the market right now are staying on the market, and their homes are just not selling. And the buyers right now, they're savvy enough to understand the market demographics and exactly where the market numbers lie. They're actually getting the concessions that they want. The reason why I kind of do this is because I want to give you an idea of what's going on inside of your neighborhood and get a little more specific for you. If this kind of stuff interests you, you can use my phone number right here, or you can also use my website, and I'm just going to pop it on the screen right now. You can go to victorashley.com. And this is a direct link into the MLS for the state of Washington. You can type in your address and it'll give you an automated evaluation, or you can use this just to see what's available for purchase in your area, or you could just use it to see who's this guy talking to you on YouTube right now. I want to thank you very much for joining me today. It was a pleasure working with you, and I hope you have a fantastic day.